for your business, for all life's events. Key Video.
There's something cooking in the neighborhood. From where I stand, it's looking mighty good. You're gonna love it. Come dine with me. Come dine with me. Come dine with me.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Today you're in for a treat because we welcome two new chefs to the program. They will be preparing their signature dishes that keep customers coming back to the restaurants time after time.
And to assist them, our celebrity chefs are with us as usual. Hey, welcome, chefs.
Hi, Jan. They call this segment a tease. Let me tease you with this. I'm making veal ossobuco Milanese with Chef Orazio Ipillito. Some say this is the best in the world. It just may be.
Also on today's show, I'm cooking with Bryan Dunn from Avezzano Ristorante. We're cooking the perfect comfort food for a Sunday dinner for Joel.
And on today's Home Invasion, we're here in North Buffalo in the University District. We're going to be cooking Jamaican style. We're going to be doing some conch chowder, we're going to be doing some Jamaican jerk chicken, and some meat patties. We're going to be cooking with the Maraschiulo family. Hey, Maraschiulo family, make sure you stay with us.
Hello, I'm Russ Salvatore. My staff and I are in the kitchen inspecting the meat that has just arrived for this week's business. All our steaks have to be 2.5 inches thick. This is the marbling that I expect. We have the bone-in ribeye, I have a porterhouse, I have a filet, we have a pork chop, and a beautiful strip steak. Everything has to be to the quality that Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More serves. Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
You know you need a professional video for your company or website, but you're wondering, where do I begin? Well, check out Key Video, Buffalo's premier television, DVD, and web video production house. We work with big businesses and other companies that think big. Corporate image, sales, training, you name it, and we're ready to go to work for you, for your business, for all life's events. Call Key Video at 884-5391. That's 884-5391.
This neighborhood is on the Historic Registry. All the houses along this street are registered with the Historical Society.
It means that your house is very special and meets the requirements of a historic district.
Certain modifications to the house have to fit into those guidelines in order to maintain the Historical Registry.
I found Julie from Artisan Kitchens by doing an internet search and saw that she specialized in arts and crafts style design. And when I met her, I knew immediately that she was the one. She had a very collaborative style because I had a lot of ideas that I wanted to incorporate and I wanted to work with her, and that's what we did, and we came up with a beautiful, beautiful outcome. I'm having some guests over today. The main guest is my niece Stacy because she's the reason I went to Jamaica.
Well, we've been going to Jamaica. Well, my family's actually been going to Jamaica for probably about 20 years. They found a little hotel right on the beach that they've just been frequenting every year.
I hope to learn how to make an amazing Jamaican meal. I'm going to pay very close attention because I also love to cook, but I need a lot of help.
Oh, hey, how you doing? We're here. Good to see you. How are you?
So when we met with Diane for the first time, she said that she absolutely loves Jamaica, and she wanted to do a Jamaican menu because she wanted to actually learn how to do the food. So who better? We have Krista VanWagner.
Living in the islands, living in Jamaica, I had the perfect recipes for this home invasion.
And she did her jerk chicken.
It's a very simple marinade consisting of allspice, which is indigenous to Jamaica, and also one of my favorites, coconut rice and beans.
And Art did an amazing job on his conch chowder.
Which was a perfect complement to the rest of the theme that we prepared today.
I did meat patties, which actually came out pretty good.
I'm here with Rich today, and we're going to be preparing a Jamaican conch chowder. So let's get started with today's dish. We're going to talk a little bit about the ingredients that are going in it. Relatively simple dish to make, so it's something that everybody can do. We started with a basic fish stock. You can use potatoes, carrots, onions, celery, that type of thing. Boil it down for about 30 minutes and strain it. We left it on the stove warm, and then we added to that a mirepoix of vegetables, which is carrots, celery, and onions. We put butter in the pan, sauteed everything so we can sweat the vegetables out, get all the flavor profiles out. We got our vegetables exactly where we want them, sweat, nice and sauteed. Our conch meat is all nice and separated and sautés. Now we're going to take it, we're going to transfer it over our stock that we've had on the stove sauteing, okay?
Oh, okay. Art was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about sauteing vegetables. You bring out the sugars, but you don't want to brown them because that adds a different flavor to it.
Now we're going to add the potatoes and the tomatoes to our fish stock.
Okay, let me get those for you.
We added some fresh thyme, and we cooked it for about 30 minutes till the vegetables were nice and tender. And then to finish off the dish, just prior to plate presentation, we took a little dark rum, we added some sea salt, we put some fresh squeezed lime on the top. Awesome.
Diane, you thought I was kidding? I don't cook Jamaican food. But I found a great recipe in here for meat patties, so let's get started.
All right.
Jamaican meat patties. We had scallions, red pepper, garlic. Now all these things that I'm cutting up and getting ready, we're gonna put right in the meat, and that's gonna be the flavor of our meat patties.
Okay.
We use ground beef, brown it off. Okay, man, now we start to cook our ground beef. You like that, huh? It's
I
my
like
Jamaican
that.
accent. Throw the butter in the pan.
All
And
right.
we got our pan at about a medium to a high heat. You wanna hear that sizzle?
Ooh.
We added crushed hot pepper, cumin, some scallions, salt, pepper, and a lot of hot pepper. Diane was a little crazy with the hot peppers. Whoa, we're gonna kill somebody with all those peppers. That's all right. You like it spicy.
Oh, I'm Italian.
There you go. All right.
Marco is an amazing man. He's a lot of fun. He's very spontaneous, and he knows what he's doing and what he's talking about.
We cheated on the dough. We bought frozen empanada dough.
I very much wanted to know how these were made. I just so enjoyed them when I was in Jamaica, and I really appreciate it.
Don't overstuff them, only because
Okay.
it'll spell out.
Okay.
So filling these really wasn't that hard, was it?
No, it was pretty easy.
So we're gonna cook these in about a medium to a high heat, and you want to be gentle. You don't want to throw them in the oil. It's almost like you're cooking a chicken cutlet. So Diane, you just want to fry them until they start to crisp around the edges. Then we're gonna flip them over. They're gonna puff up a little bit, and you know they're done when they're golden brown.
All right, thank you.
Stacy, I have one thing to say to you today. Jamaica, Jamaica. Do you know the song? You got the feeling?
Absolutely.
How about doing some jerk chicken today?
Fantastic.
It's a very simple marinade. What I did was I put the fresh thyme with stems and all, and scallion and garlic, allspice, cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, a bit of soy sauce, just put that in the bowl, and I finished it at the end with the fresh ginger. And I didn't even peel the ginger, I just put it right in that food processor, and I cut mine with a little bit of pineapple juice because of the saltiness, and then finished it with a bit of my own Jamaican hot sauce.
You can definitely tell through the flavors in the jerk marinade that Krista definitely got Jamaica to the point.
Stacy, that's wonderful. That ginger, I can taste it. We're just going to marinate our chicken, and you can just split them or cut them into pieces. The thighs are one of my favorite. I highly recommend thighs. And just marinate that overnight. We didn't use a char grill today, so I just roasted it right in the oven, 400 degrees, about 45 minutes.
My sister-in-law, Anne, also came along, and she was so happy to work with Krista.
How about some coconut rice and beans?
Sounds good.
It's a traditional dish that I saw all through Jamaica. I sauteed onions and a bit of butter, finished it with a little bit of garlic, cooked it till it was fragrant. Then we added our rice, chicken stock, a bit of coconut milk, fresh thyme. I chose to use the kidney beans and a bit of my hot sauce. Cover it. We were finished up in about 20 minutes.
The three chefs here today were an incredible team. There was such synergy. Everybody worked together. We all did a lot of laughing.
The jerk marinade was fantastic. I love Jamaican food. It was wonderful to be part of that.
It wasn't overly spicy. It just had so much flavor.
It tasted like Jamaica.
To have Krista in our corner, the Jamaican queen, really put it over the top.
This was a really wonderful experience. My heart was in it, my soul was in it, and everybody here today felt the same way. I couldn't have asked for a better home invasion.
We all learned a lot about how to make Jamaican food, and I will try some of the recipes for sure in my own kitchen.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored by Pelicano's Pasta Sauces, made in Buffalo, available everywhere.
Looking for your next favorite restaurant? Then open the door to Gatehouse Grill. At Gatehouse, we make everything from scratch, including our soups and sauces. Enjoy our award-winning chicken Rockefeller or a specialty martini from our copper-topped bar. And don't forget dessert, handcrafted daily by our pastry chef. It's no wonder Janice Oken gives us 3.5 out of 4 stars. Gatehouse Grill. Fine dining food, casual dining prices.
Think global. but stay local at the Salvatore School of Hospitality and Business at Trocaire College, where we prepare you for a future in the ever-growing worldwide hospitality industry.
I was surprised to discover that I could get both small classroom and big opportunities at Trocaire. I even had a chance to do an internship in Egypt.
A world of opportunity is waiting at the Trocaire School of Hospitality. Contact us today and begin your journey to success.
We're back. Next up, you're going to meet one of the area's most talented chefs with a real passion for his craft. His name is Orazio Ipillito, owner and chef of Orazio's Restaurant in Clarence. Have you been there, Jan?
I sure have, Russ. You know, from the moment I met Orazio, I could just sense his passion for preparing food for his customers. Everything that he makes there is fresh. His pasta, his sauces, his breads, unbelievable. He doesn't get bread from a bakery, he bakes it from scratch every day. And you know, he knew that he wanted to be a chef from the time he was 15 years old. So he ended up at the Culinary Institute of America, graduated, and 20 years later, this is his 20th year anniversary, he is still doing what he loves and doing it great.
Yes, he is a credit to the industry. He sleeps and dreams this business, Jan. Here's Marco with Orazio.
Orazio's Restaurant in Clarence. It's not like home, it is home. And with all these ingredients, I kind of have a feeling what we're going to be making today, but I'm with Chef Orazio, who's going to show you and tell you how to make it.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. We're making our ossobuco Milanese.
I love ossobuco. Now, how do we get started?
Okay, we're going to make a seasoned water. It sounds simple, but this is what gives the dish a little complexity. We're going to put just some crushed black peppercorns, some fresh parsley sprigs, fresh thyme, a couple cloves of crushed garlic, some bay leaf. And we're going to just let that simmer for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then while that's working, we're going to take our veal shanks and we're going to lightly season our flour. We like to season the flour just because it's a little bit more consistent. You don't have to worry about one side being too salty and another side not.
Now, when you season it, what are you seasoning it with?
We have a salt and white pepper mixture.
Okay. And a veal shank is what part?
That is from the leg.
That's the
leg.
leg.
The leg, the shank. And but if you don't like veal, if you like pork shanks work great with this. Beef shanks work great with this. And you can just change your sauces, you know, just do a slight variation.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan.
And how hot is our pan?
The pan is very hot because we want to brown the meat, sear the juices in, and caramelize the sugars inside of the meat itself.
All right.
And that's one of the most important things that we stress to our chefs is you have to get a lot of color on this because there's a fat ring that goes around the outside, and when you crisp it up, that's where all that flavor comes out of it.
You want to cook ossobuco for a long time because it's not the most tender piece of meat. So it does take a little while once you get it out of the pan into the oven.
Yes, we'll braise it for approximately 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So we're going to get that in a nice hot pan. We just have a little olive oil in there.
Okay.
And while we're working on this, what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of olive oil inside our pan there.
Okay.
And we'll hit that with our onions.
Now, I like the pans we're using. They're from Buffalo Hotel Supply. And it's, you know, it's not just the food quality. It's also the equipment that we use in the restaurant industry. You know, the pans are a little heavier. They hold the heat, so it makes our job a little easier.
Exactly. And the heat distributes more evenly, so you don't get those burn marks here and there.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're making here is actually called a mirepoix.
The mirepoix, exactly.
Okay.
So
I know you're a CIA graduate.
Yep.
There we go.
50% onions, 25% carrot, and 25% celery.
Okay.
And so we're going to caramelize that a little bit also. The biggest thing with cooking and when you're sauteing is just caramelizing those sugars in the vegetables, the meat, because that's where all that flavor comes out of it. So you're just going to saute that off a little bit. We'll take a look at the meat here. And we can let it go just a little bit longer. Usually a sign when you're doing ossobuco or any shank is once the blood starts rising out of the bone, that's usually the heat pushing that through, and that's when you can flip it.
Oh, okay, that's a good tip.
You're going to add a little bit of tomato paste to that now.
All right.
And you're going to caramelize that tomato paste, all the sugars inside of the tomato paste, and that's called pincé, and that's where you pull the flavors out of that tomato product. And once that tomato product cooks a little bit longer, we're going to add a little bit of white wine to it.
All right.
So you can smell that aroma coming out.
Oh, absolutely.
And then once that caramelizes a little bit longer, we'll let that go, and we're going to flip the meat here.
Now I'm curious. You got seasoned water there. What are we going to do with that seasoned water? That's intriguing me.
Exactly. Now at school, if you're at the CIA, you're going to use a cheesecloth and wrap everything in cheesecloth and boil it in cheesecloth and pull that out, which is your sachet, and then throw that out and just use your juice.
Now these are the techniques you use at the restaurant, though, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right. And I mean, a lot of it is just your basic fundamentals. And like I said, if you don't want to do veal, if you want to do pork or a beef shank, and you know, maybe in the beef use a red wine instead of a white wine, and just you can do anything. But as long as you have your basics down, like anything on sautéing, you can cook whatever type of meat that you want to cook, whatever you're in the mood for. So what we'll do also on the veal here is I said that you can see the fat along the sides.
Right.
So we'll just stand them up and then rotate and keep rolling them. And then we'll brown all that fat and get all that flavor cooked right out of there.
Nice. All right.
And it also makes it a little bit leaner because we'll cook the oil right out of the fat. And then at the end of the ossobuco, before you serve it, you can just skim all that oil right off.
Oh, good.
So the flavors cook in. So now we have our seasoned water, and you're going to take just a strainer, just a regular household strainer,
right?
And we're going to strain this liquid right into our carrots, celery, and onion. Now you're going to get all that flavor from all these herbs, but you don't have to worry about having the herbs actually in there and having peppercorns and everything. So now you're just going to stir that around. And then what we do is at the restaurant, we use a veal stock, and we'll take our bones and roast them lightly and make a veal stock with that. And we cook that with a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, white pepper, and then we tighten it up with a little bit of roux.
Okay.
But if you don't have that, you can just use a little bit of chicken stock, something neutral.
Oh, all right.
And then just tighten it up a little bit with the cornstarch if you want, or roux. And we'll add that right to that sauce, and this is our base sauce for there.
Okay.
And so we're going to add this to the...
Oh man, this really smells good.
So we're good on that. So we're going to take a pan, and we're going to put our ossobuco, the shanks, right in there.
Now, how long does this take to cook? I know you said it earlier.
Yeah, like 2 to 2.5 hours.
And you want to cook it right in that sauce in the oven.
Exactly. You want that sauce and all those flavors to penetrate inside that meat, and we'll cover that and then let it slow bake at about 300 degrees for 2.5 hours.
Oh, perfect.
Halfway through cooking, we'll take the veal shanks out and put some fresh tomato concasse on top, and then finish cooking the rest of the way.
So, Chef, this was a really easy dish to make. You can actually put it on your table within 3 hours, and it's great. A simple dish, fall off the bone good. I didn't even need a knife for this. Oh my God, this is my new favorite. I'm Chef Marco. Visit my friends at 9415 Main Street, Orazio's Restaurant. That's Chef Orazio.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
Great job, guys. Now, we want to acknowledge the people at Artisan Kitchens and Baths who provide our beautiful studio kitchens. If you're in the market for a new kitchen makeover, there's really no better place to shop. Coming up next, more great wine tips from our own Jeff Siren.
To be or not to be Chablis. Now, Chablis technically is a town in France, which is located in the region of Burgundy. So Burgundy is a huge region in France that you're only allowed to grow one type of white grape, Chardonnay. Now, the box wine is not Chardonnay. I don't know what's in the box wine Chablis. I don't even want to know. But let me tell you what is in Chablis. This is a Chardonnay grape that has been handed down from generation to generation. They put all their love and passion right into the bottle, straight for you. This isn't something where they put the money and overproduction into a box. So next time Grandma says, go pick up a Chablis, now you know what to go and pick up. My name's Jeff Siren, and I am mad about wine.
Today's program is sponsored in part by Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more. Be my guest, let us do the rest.
Hungry for something better than the usual chain restaurants? Look no further than the Grapevine, where you'll get better service, better food, and a better experience. From New York strip steak and chicken parmesan to our barbecue blue cheese burger and buffalo chicken wrap. It's new American casual at good old-fashioned prices. And with our breathtaking saltwater aquariums, our atmosphere is better too. So grab your favorite people and get to the Grapevine, where better is what we do best.
Remodeling your kitchen is like putting together a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. You know what you want it to look like when it's finished, but getting there isn't easy. Using the professionals at Artisan Kitchens and Baths can ensure every piece of the puzzle comes together to match your vision and dreams to perfection. Begin with the Artisan Kitchens and Baths design team. Bring your vision to our showroom, from your own imagination, from a magazine, from your neighbor, and we'll assist you from that point forward. Step by step, we help guide you until you have the kitchen of your dreams. Cabinetry, countertops, appliances, even audio and video systems. If you want it, we can accommodate it. Cabinets are more than wooden boxes with doors. Our professionals will explain the differences, discuss your budget, and make recommendations. We carry several brands, from fully customizable to stock, all in a wide variety of woods, stains, and colors. Something to match your style, taste, and budget. Choosing the right countertop is a combination of taste, cooking style, and lifestyle. With materials ranging from quartz, granite, marble, and other natural stones, to wood, stainless steel, and corian, the experts at Artisan can help you choose the best fit for you. Appliances? We are part of Appliance Associates, one of Buffalo's oldest and most respected appliance distribution companies, with over 30 brands at our fingertips. We have the refrigeration, oven, stove, ventilation, even built-in coffee maker to satisfy every taste and budget. We invite you to visit our live interactive showroom on Amherst Street to look around, or make an appointment with one of our designers to guarantee time to discuss your personal project. Artisan Kitchens and Baths. See, touch, feel, and use our products.
Jan, there's a restaurant in town called Avezzano Ristorante. Everybody's going to know about it in the future. It's an excellent, excellent Italian restaurant. When I was there, I had the pasta alla vodka, which is a thin sauce with a vodka flavor to it, out of this world. What did you have, Jan?
Well, I had the gnocchi with the pomodoro sauce, and it was out of this world as well. So I think anything you get there is going to be great. But the next time, I want to go to Sunday brunch. It's from 9 to 2 in the afternoon. So you can have the breakfasty foods, or you can have brunch in the afternoon. You can sleep in, you can go early. What time do you want to go?
Oh, I'm waiting for you to give me a nice invitation. I will go any time that you decide.
Okay, I'll give you a call soon. And you know what? The ambiance is just as wonderful as the food. Here's Krista VanWagner with Chef Bryan Dunn. Let's see what they have cooking up for us today.
Today I'm so excited to be here with Bryan Dunn from Avezzano Ristorante. And what a simple, beautiful recipe we are going to be preparing today.
We're going to be making brujol. It's a rustic, simple Italian dish with flank steaks filled with a parsley and garlic stuffing, hard-boiled egg, and then we sear it and braise it in the oven in our pomodoro sauce.
Why don't we get started?
All right.
I see you got that flank steak all set. I'll let you jump right in.
This is a nice 8-ounce piece of flank steak that we've pounded out a little bit. So we're just going to season it with a little salt and pepper. We're going to add our stuffing of parsley, garlic, and Parmesan cheese.
And you roast your garlic.
Yeah, we roast our garlic.
Yeah. These are the secrets they don't tell you when they write recipes. He roasts his garlic, it brings out the sweetness in it, and it makes a difference. The fresh parsley, not dried parsley, fresh parsley. It makes a difference.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, the fresher your ingredients can be, the better your final dish will be.
Better your product, okay.
So now we're going to take our hard-boiled egg, turn this a little bit.
Oh, this is the best part. It's like a little surprise when you slice it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I always grated my egg up for this, and I like this so much better.
The whole egg does make a much better presentation, yeah.
Is this a big seller at Avezzano's Ristorante?
Yeah, we do this every Wednesday. Every day of the week we have one specialty dish. On Wednesdays we do our brujol. And then on like Thursday is ossobuco. Monday we do spaghetti and meatballs at a discounted rate from our normal menu price.
How about Sunday brunches?
The Sunday brunch we do every Sunday starting at 9 a.m. and it goes until 2 p.m. In the morning we just nice breakfast layout, and then around 11 o'clock we bring out more brunch items, roasted chicken.
Beautiful.
Yep, so we finish tying our knot. We're going to cut off this little bit of extra string.
All right.
Season it one more time. We have a nice hot saute pan. Just a little bit of oil in that to sear this off. Now we're just going to bring this over to our nice hot pan.
The sizzle of the pan.
Yep, that's how you know it's going.
Can you explain, though, why you put something in a hot pan?
It won't stick. The hotter the pan, the quicker the sear, and the less likely your food is to stick to the pan. And that's how you get a nice dark brown crust on your food. And that nice caramelization brings out more flavors.
More flavors, and also it sears in all the juices.
All right, so we've got this seared on all 4 sides. We're going to deglaze it with our white wine.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna bring up all the flavors from the bottom of that pan into our sauce.
Yes.
Now tell us about your sauce and your choice here.
This is our Pomodoro sauce. It's a Sunday gravy sort of sauce. Slow cooked tomatoes with some onion, and we take a pork butt and we sear that off, and we cook that into the sauce for about 5 hours.
Wow, that's a Sunday job. That's beautiful. And that looks so good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cover that. And how long are we going to roast that for?
We're going to roast that for about 2.5 to 3 hours. The long, slow cook time, it makes the meat nice and tender, and it's what's going to make it fall apart.
It needs that love. We're braising here today, and he's going to cover that, right? So
Yep.
that'll keep in all the juices?
So we'll cover that
Okay.
and keep in the steam and the flavor and all the juices in there.
Why don't we pop
Take
that
that
in the
over to the oven.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I can't wait. Let's get that sliced up and ready to go. Bryan, this is wonderful. I cannot wait to bring my family by.
Thanks, Krista. Come on down to Avezzano Ristorante, 204 Como Park Boulevard, right off Union Road. We're open 7 days a week. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Hi, I'm Sue Gonzalez with the Police Athletic League of Buffalo. PAL is a not-for-profit youth organization located in the city of Buffalo, serving children for over 60 years. We provide recreation and educational opportunities for youth. We have been very fortunate to have Russ Salvatore support our program for over 15 years. You too can join Russ in supporting PAL by calling 851-4615 or visit our website at buffalopal.com.
The romance of Tuscany, the flavor of DiPaolo's, everything you love about DiPaolo's, the food, the friendship, the family. Whether in our elegant dining room or outside in the courtyard, the atmosphere is authentic. For a simple dinner out or the affair of a lifetime, find Tuscany in your own backyard. Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Banquets and Ringside Lounge in Blaisdell, a family restaurant with a gourmet touch.
That's our show for today. I want to remind you to support our great independent restaurants when dining out this week.
And if you'd like any of the recipes you've seen on today's show, or you want to learn more about our program, just check us out on Facebook. Or for the full episodes, go to YouTube. For everyone here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Jan Farrington.
And I'm Russ Salvatore. It's time to stick a fork in it, Jan. We are done.